Hey YouTube, I'm Lisa Morales here with Sarah Springer with Goosehead Insurance. Hello, Sarah. Hello. So the first thing we're going to do is let Sarah explain why Goosehead Insurance is a great option for you as a homeowner. Goosehead is going to be a great option as a homeowner because not only can we cover home, but we can cover anything and everything. So we can bundle in your auto insurance, if you have an RV, jewelry, if you know what an umbrella policy is, and that's something that you need. Of course, flood insurance as well. But anybody can probably do that. What sets Goosehead apart is that we're brokers. So that means the client gets to call one person, and we actually can shop over 50 A-rated companies to make sure, based on their home and their situation, that they have the best price and the best overall coverage.
That's really convenient.
Yeah. And instead of on 50 people, it'd be kind of the time sucker.
All right. So tell me, when should a homeowner start looking for insurance?
Yes. Well, if you already live in a home and you're just in the middle of your policy, but you think you're paying too much now, people should know that if you shop around in the middle of your policy, you are refunded, So if you're 6 months into your policy, you would just get a refund. You would have new insurance from me sent into your escrow account. Mortgage pays it. Your old insurance company would send you a refund. Always put that refund back in escrow so we don't have a shortage. But you probably also want to know about people buying house, correct? Yes. So if people are purchasing a home, I deal with this all the time. People call me at the 11th hour. They're closing in 1 week, and they need home insurance right now, and their hair is on fire.
Yes.
And I'm a superhero, and I will get it done. But the very best time to start looking at home insurance is day one that you're under contract.
Okay.
Your home insurance is going to be a part of your mortgage payment. And if your mortgage lender which is very common and not their fault, if your mortgage lender has underestimated the cost of insurance, you need to know that right away.
Because that's going to impact your payment.
It's going to impact your payment. I know your mortgage payment is comprised of your mortgage, your taxes, and your insurance. So, if the insurance is higher than anticipated, maybe due to the location or, maybe the lender didn't realize it was a 3,000 square foot home, then you want to know that right away. And sometimes people say, well, Sarah, I'm going to get through my option period. You guys are the boss, and I'm not going to push you. I'm not a pushy person. But I recommend calling me day one under contract, even during option, because again, I'm not with agents like you, but with other agents, they mistakenly told a buyer they were not in a flood zone. They were.
Oh, okay.
The flood insurance was $3,000 annually, and that was a contract that they needed to pull out of. And luckily, they were in option, so they could, right?
Okay.
So we want to take care of it during option. It doesn't mean during option I'm going to be taking payment information and signing DocuSign. It just means that you're going to know what your home insurance costs. You're going to feel comfortable with that. And then when you're through option, inspections are over, then we're happy as a forward when they go comfortable.
Wonderful. Okay, so to get a quote, they just need to give you their name, right? Like their address.
Yeah, just their address. It's funny, all the time, agents or the buyers, they will text me an address and said, hey, Sarah, I heard you're the best, here's the address, email me a quote. And I am the best, but
It's true.
But I'm not that good. So, the way that rates with home insurance are determined, credit is a major factor. Sometimes people send me an address and they say, well, can you just estimate it?
Yeah.
And I always gently decline. I don't want to be responsible for telling you I think it's $200 a month when I didn't know maybe that your credit was not exactly perfect, and now it's $350 a month. Credit is a rating factor with insurance, and sometimes people don't know that. Also, I would need to speak with the buyer. Believe it or not, there are certain eligibility factors. It's not you have these things and the rate goes up. It's that you have these things and my top 5 most affordable competitors are out of there. They're not eligible. Things like trampolines. There are a lot of companies, if you have a trampoline, they will cover you. Wow, and I go to all my other companies that will cover you, but maybe the more affordable ones wouldn't. Well, I have to know if you have a trampoline, and I don't know that if you just give me the address.
Right.
Same with dog breeds. I am a lover of all breeds of dogs. Insurance companies are not. And they are kind of archaic in that way. Certain breeds actually make the home insurance not go more expensive, make it go ineligible. They say go somewhere else. Well, goodness. Again, so those are the most competitive options. And I had to, knock them out one by one. You can also be looking at, some more expensive options for that as well.
I had no idea. That's fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, are we bundling autos? Sometimes they have enough. It's rare. Sometimes they have a rate on their autos that can't be beat. Well, my home insurance will be more expensive. Sometimes they don't have a car. I've had people coming from New York and they didn't have a car, and they certainly were not going to purchase one before their closing date. That's correct. Yeah, that's right. Bigger purchases before your house. We've got to do that later.
Yeah,
So those are the main things. The only others I would say, if you're shopping for a home right now, well, they're small, call Lisa. But you want to pay attention to things like location. If we're south of 610, expect rates to be higher. If we're south of the Beltway, if we dip into Brazoria, Galveston County, rates are going to be higher than they are in Harris County. Also, the roof. The roof is one of the biggest factors that can impact home insurance. If you're over 15 years old, all of my most competitive carriers say, no, thanks. Because they know you're going to file a claim on the roof within the first 10 years, and they don't add any part of that if they know on the front end how old the roof is. Other little things, like plumbing, eligibility, and stuff like that, though that's really just for older homes. But yes, if you send me an address, I will request a call to get all of the information that I need. And any other insurance agent would do the same. They would request the information that I'm going to ask you. The difference is some insurance agents are going to get your information and give you one option. I'm going to get your information, but you're not going to have to do that 50 times.
Right.
I'm going to go out there. I'm going to hunt. I'm going to research, and whatever is the best that's going to breed.
That's fantastic. That's such good information. Yes. Okay. My last question for Sarah is talking about flood insurance. It's included with your homeowner policy. Is that correct?
So I'm actually going to give you an answer that you will be surprised to hear. So the answer probably a lot of people are expecting to hear, I hope, is no. Home insurance never covers flooding. That is 90% correct.
Hey.
Majority of the time, your homeowner's insurance doesn't cover flooding, and you have to have a separate policy specifically for flood insurance. And if you are not in a flood zone, and you purchase flood insurance, which you should, 80% of homes that flooded, you can Google it, please fact check me. 80% of homes that flooded during Hurricane Harvey were not in a flood zone. That means the mortgage lender did not require them to have flood insurance, and whether or not those families had coverage, or unfortunately they were financially devastated,
Yes.
was that moment when their insurance agent hopefully offered them flood insurance, and they said yes or they declined.
Okay.
So first of all, everyone should have flood insurance. It doesn't matter where you are, especially new construction. People always say, oh, no, it's new construction, so, I'm good. I'm like, wait a minute. This used to be an empty lot where all of the water could go right into the ground.
Oh, my God.
And now we have sidewalks and roads and slab foundations.
Right.
And we haven't had a major flooding event since Hurricane Harvey. So
Okay.
I tell people with new construction, just the facts are, if you can afford flood insurance and you are buying a new construction home, get it every time.
Yeah.
Let's have it until we experience the next hurricane or the next heavy rain. If it's safe, get out, drive around your neighborhood, look at the drainage. If you feel like you're the expert and you don't want it next year, don't get it. But don't be caught without it when there's really no data to tell us where that water goes with new construction. I don't care what the builder says about how it's built up and this and this and that.
Okay.
The builder is not going to pay for your damages as your house floods.
Right.
So protect yourself. Now, the special thing that I wanted to tell you, because I think what I'm about to say, everyone's like, what? And that is, there are now on the market, and never before, there are some exclusive insurance products that now allow an endorsement on the home insurance, okay, for
flood insurance. I'm connecting the dots.
Yes.
So it's included in your homeowner.
On the home insurance. Now, every company cannot do that. There are exclusive products that can,
Okay.
about maybe 5% of the market. No one else can add it on. Now, when we talk about adding it on, some of the benefits, a lot of times it's cheaper than that separate flood insurance policy.
Okay.
Everyone loves cheaper, right? But another benefit, when you are not in a flood zone and you buy flood insurance because you are a person that cares about your house
And your things.
yes, right? Every year, flood insurance is due. And every year, unfortunately, what people don't love, it has to be paid in full for the whole year.
Okay.
And the cost of flood insurance can range anywhere from $600 to $1,200. It can be a pretty big range. And imagine every year you have to get out your credit card and slap it down and, pay it in full every year. When you endorse it on your homeowner's policy, that is attached to your homeowner's policy.
Okay.
Now, if your homeowner's policy is in escrow, which is 90% of people, that now means you're never having to worry about, oh, did I pay my flood insurance? Did it cancel? Flood insurance is never on auto pay. Have you paid your flood insurance? Make sure, not on auto pay. But once you attach it to your home insurance, it's in escrow.
Sure.
You don't have to worry about coming out of pocket for a lump sum every year. And you don't have to worry about it expiring because your mortgage company is going to pay your home insurance every year. You have this squeaky endorsement for flood insurance. And so that's going to be paid as part of your home insurance. So,
Oh my goodness.
that we're new.
Education.
It's fun.
Okay.
It's very new.
So if you want to get in touch with Sarah, she's going to give you her contact information.
Yes. So I love Instagram. My Instagram is Sarah, Sara, don't forget the H, Springer, just like my last name, 281. So Sarah Springer 281. On my Instagram, you can send me a direct message if you need help with your insurance. There is also my email address, my phone number. There is even a link in my bio that you can actually click and start entering preliminary information to even see some quotes.
That's so great. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
All right. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Cool. High five. We did good. Yeah. Keep people from walking in between us.